Well, hello knitters. Here I am to talk about a subject that many of you have requested in the past few weeks. It's about color dominance. I have a class, an entire class on stranded knitting Portuguese style. It's on my website, andreawongknits.com. And in the class, actually, I avoided telling you which color would be the dominant, which color would be the background. So let me back out a little bit. We talk about color dominance when you talk about knitting with 2 colors per round. Okay, usually several motifs are done in 2 colors. The famous one is Fair Isle knitting, where knitters use 2 colors per round and make beautiful patterns, beautiful sweaters. And you usually have one color we call the main color, the other is the background color. But why we do that? Well, when you're working with the, stranded knitting, you want one color to pop out more than the other. By doing that, you get a look that is more crisp. It's more bold, like think about fonts on a piece of paper. When the font is a little bolder, you can see it better. And that's why I have this sample here. You can see on the public side of this fabric that on this area here, my orange pops more than in the bottom here. Can you see that? It's, like I said, more bold. And it has nothing to do with the color itself. It's not because orange is stronger than white or, a more bright color than white. You could do the other way around. It's still one color is going to pop more than the other. So that's what we call that one color is dominant over the other. It has nothing to do with that being the main color or the background color either. You just establish that. You establish that the main color is the one that is going to pop more. Here in the sample again, you have 3 rows where my orange pops and you can see the design better than the bottom here. You can see it even better when I turn inside out. See how my floats show it different. This is the one I had on the top for you. So you can see the orange here also. It shows way better than the white. And here the white shows better than the orange. Okay? So this is what color dominance is. And again, I try to avoid to tell you which one is the dominant, which one is the background. You have to learn to read and to find out or to choose the ones you want for yourself. Okay, with that being said, I have a sample here going. And I do all my Fair Isle or 2 color knitting inside out, which even helps you to see what I want to show today better. Okay? No matter what colors I'm using, I have a rule to myself because in stranded knitting Portuguese style, you're going to have to use 2 pins. Again, I have an entire class about this if you're not familiar. I have 1 pin in each shoulder. I have 1 pin on my right and 1 pin on my left shoulder. I have this rule to myself that whatever color is lighter, I keep it on the right. So to me, light is right. The other color, no matter what color, is going to be on the left. Why? Because if I abandon this project and 3 months down the road, I'm going to pick this again, I have to put the colors exactly in the same shoulder that I had. Otherwise, I'm switching background and dominant color. So again, I put the light on the right, the other color on the left. I'm going to purl 1 of each color and we're going to see what happened with the floats, okay? Now it's time to do a white. Now it's time to do a gold. And now it's time to do a white. And now it's time to do a gold. Do you see when I go rich my white, I go and fetch with my thumb on top, and the gold I go and fetch. The gold is already sitting below the white color. See, I fetch the white on top, I fetch the gold here. See, now let's stop and look what my floats look like right here. This is a float in white, this is a float in gold. The gold float, it's the one that travels under. The white float travels on top. The gold float travels under. The white float travels on top. The color that travels underneath on the non-public side is the dominant color. Can you see that? So now this is going to cross here, this is going to cross here. The color that travels under on the non-public side is the dominant color. Okay? So in other words, the color on my left pin is my dominant color when I'm working on the non-public side. Let me turn around this work and work. I'm gonna slip like if I'm doing short rows. I'm gonna slip one, and let's pretend I'm knitting this hat now instead of purling. So we're going to determine what color is the dominant color when you knit with the public side facing, okay? So again, knit with the white. Well, the first one is where I did my short row, trap and turn, and one gold. I didn't change the colors on my shoulders, okay? The white is on my right, the gold is on my left. I'll do a couple more and we'll turn inside out and see what happens. Okay, here we are. Guess what? I have here the white on top, the gold at bottom. The white on top, the gold at bottom. So just to conclude, what you can tell is that with the Portuguese style, you determine what color you're going to put on your shoulders, the color on your right, the color on your left. The color that you decide that is going to be on your left shoulder is going to be the dominant color. The color that pops more, the color that is more bold on the public side. And it works the same way with the non-public side facing or the public side facing. So that I told you which one is the dominant color, but please make those choices for yourself, because every pattern, every motif is going to change, and you might want it to have one color pop out more than the other. Okay, so by learning to decide which one you want to be the background, which one you want to be the dominant in this pattern, you don't see a lot of difference. But in other Fair Isle patterns, you are going to have your choice. So please let me know if you have any questions, if I answer your questions actually, and make your comment, okay? I'm here to help you improve your skills in Portuguese style, whatever they are. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe. And I hope you give me a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.